John,
Yo, what's up?
you wanna hear my very good impression of Vin Diesel as Dom Toretto? I've been practicing.
Yeah.
All right, give me a sec. When you when you when you hear your family, Olive Garden. How's that?
that was dude. I thought I was watching the damn movie for a second. I thought you just held your mic up to the speakers of your computer while you searched up Fast and Furious trailer.
See, there's just something about the intersection of like deep voice and like kind of Italian, kind of Hispanic man that like Vin Diesel doesn't have that deep of a voice. He has like a rich voice, but I wouldn't say it's deep.
The intersection of here and family.
The Venn diagram closes and it becomes the Olive Garden. See, Garden of Eden? Nah, nuh-uh. Don't know her.
The Olive Garden of Eden? No, it's all good.
That's what's up.
Oh man, we a couple of our friends, we went to Universal over this past weekend,
and that's where you saw me.
Yeah, and that's where we saw
Disney,
frauds.
Disney does the stuff.
We went to Toontown and we got to meet Dom Toretto, and it was just frauds. And
I was wearing a very bad bald cap.
It's like coming loose at the end. You could see the hair coming out.
It was kind of gross, not gonna lie. But the whole time I was just there, it's the hit catchphrase. When you hear your family.
Yeah, you know? It's
from the hit movie, Fast and Furious and the Fast and the Furious. On a serious note, Tokyo Drift is objectively the worst one. I haven't gone through all of them yet, but I can say with confidence Tokyo Drift is objectively the worst.
Tokyo Drift is the only one I've seen.
Same. Like, it came out in 2006. It was like right there, like perfect. It was easy pickings.
And I knew it was the worst one. Without ever seeing the other ones, I could just tell. I was like, something about this seems off. I don't know. Just doesn't feel right.
Like, okay, the main character, not to get too deep into Fast and Furious lore, but if you shall excuse me. So,
if
Paul
you'll
Walker,
indulge us, audience.
Exactly. Paul Walker, for quite the longest time until his unfortunate passing, was the main character, or one of the main characters of Fast and Furious. He played Brian O'Connor. The other main character, of course, was When You Hear Your Family, Vin Diesel playing Dom Toretto. But Tokyo Drift, the main character is a 17-year-old white boy from middle of fucking nowhere, USA. Okay? And he's like into cars, not necessarily into racing, just into cars, but he just gets into shit all the time. He's from like, a dysfunctional family or something. Sure, whatever. Like, he's like some Navy kid or something, but like, he's like 17, drifting around in Tokyo. Like, he's not, I don't even remember his name. The character who mentors him, who teaches him how to drift, he apparently was part of Dom Toretto's famiglia.
He's the best character in the movie.
He is. Han is like, actually, he's just like really fucking chill. His whole shtick is just like, he's like Agent of Chaos levels, kind of just like, yeah,
I know in the newest movie that just came out, I believe he makes an appearance, but I don't know if he makes an appearance in the other movies. But I think he does. like makes
So
an
Tokyo
appearance.
Drift is the third, and in the fourth one he makes a quick appearance, but it's kind of like implied that it's like before he dies. Though now that I'm thinking about it, it's not necessarily clear that he dies, which sucks,
Yeah.
kind of.
Because I remember for a while, Tokyo Drift was canonically the final movie, and then at some point they retconned it, if I'm remembering correctly, and it's like not the final movie anymore or something. I don't know. We need the...
I don't know what the continuity is, and I tried looking it up, because like if you try getting into Star Wars, like if you're trying to watch Clone Wars, the animated series, not the Genndy Tartakovsky one, I hate that you have to be so specific with Star Wars about this shit.
Yeah.
There's 3 separate Clone Wars. 2 of them are animated. Fucking convoluted. But on top of all of this, like, the Clone Wars cartoon is, like, not in chronological order. The release order is not chronological. Therefore, there exists on the main Star Wars webpage a official quote-unquote watch order for the cartoon.
Christ.
It is
Like,
that's so pedantic. I was talking to John about it earlier, and I just I told him, like, I don't know, dude, just remember, forehead.
yeah, just remember, forehead. Like, how? That's the only question I have to all of this. Just how? How did any of this come to be? Multiple people let this happen.
Dude, and like it's not even like it's not even like it's just one season. It happens in apparently a couple of seasons. I've noticed it a bit. But I was just like, man, whatever.
Man, whatever. Just watch it. Watch each numbered season and just remember, forehead.
Just remember, forehead. Though I am liking like the direction of the. So it's a pretty good series. That I'll end the Star Wars discussion there.
Nice. Yeah. Unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, depending on which line you sit on,
I would like to think fortunately
we're not a Star Wars fan cast or a Fast and Furious fan cast yet.
See,
Fast
I would
and
much
Furious,
rather.
I'll leave yet.
Yes, exactly. I'd much rather be a Fast and Furious podcast. Like, John and I do have ideas for like other podcasts that we do with like some other people that we know, but some that I don't think would get past the idea stage personally is like a me and Adri podcast where the both of us, I just get to torture my lovely wife is what it is. Where the both of us just sit down and watch shit that Adri doesn't like.
Jesus
and that
Christ.
I don't even like either. Like, I will be the first to admit I don't like movies, really. But, like, sometimes I'll, like, the idea of, like, binging through one or, like, a series will get to me, and I'll be able to sit through, like, 4 different movies in one sitting. But if you ask me to, like, go watch, like, a movie, like a single movie, nuh-uh, can't do it. So I was thinking... Can't do it, Chief. I was thinking, funny podcast, monthly podcast where I subject my lovely wife to watch movies she has zero interest in, and we just, like, review them for the fuck of it.
All right, hold on now. I'm in. I'm listening.
And it's like, Adri, the only, like, movies she likes are horror movies. Like, other than that, she's, like, pretty impartial to, like, a lot of things.
All right, hold on. So we can get the first review of the Jigsaw saga.
I would be completely blind to, it's the Saw series, right?
Yeah.
Completely blind. Never seen any of them. I think my parents wanted to take me to 3, and I was like, hey, that seems kind of spooky, dude. Maybe not.
I went I'll bring up this story and then I'll actually start the podcast. I went to see Saw 4 in high school as part of a ploy for a friend to go to the movies with some girl he liked. But, like, for some reason, I was invited for, like, solidarity. Like, so he wouldn't be, like... So he had, like, a fallback. I was the fallback guy.
That's not bad, yeah.
He, like, didn't talk to her at all. And the movie sucked. And it was just a bad time. And now, in 2021, the year of our Lord, I'm finally speaking up about it.
Speak your truth, John. We all gotta. I'll end it with this piece of advice, listener. Never do movies as a first date. The movies are a 15th date.
15th date.
Nowhere near first, because you're just sitting there, not saying anything. I will add an asterisk. If it is like a Wednesday matinee where you're guaranteed to not be in the movie theater with anyone else, that might be the exception. But you really gonna gamble like that? I wouldn't.
Yeah, I wouldn't. But all this to say, hello, we are Paramecia Fancast, the One Piece fancast, where we review the latest chapter of One Piece and have a different One Piece related discussion every single week. My name is John.
My name is Franz.
And oh baby, we got a good one. We got a good one this week.
So good.
Chapter 1019, and even just the title. Excuse me. My voice is a little lower because
he's family.
Because I'm family. No, I'm not doing an extended Dom Toretto bit the entire podcast. Although I should have just played it off like that, but I have a little bit of a sore throat / cough, but it's all good. But what made me laugh was the title, Chapter 1019, Heliceratops.
Dude, I was so confused. I was like, is this... Because, I will preface this with, I am tangentially interested in dinosaurs, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not a dinosaur person, but they're cool enough that sometimes I'll, bother, memorizing names and stuff. And I know, some dinosaurs are fake, right? I can't personally give examples, but, some of them were, it's discovered, after finding several fossil records, that it's very probable that some dinosaurs that we've grown up with were incorrectly identified or belonged to a specific other genus or something, some shit like that, right? So I straight up thought and trusted Oda that a Heliceraptor, whatever the fuck, was a real thing I didn't know about.
That's how he gets you. I mean, this chapter started damn, all right, cool. And then the moment happens and you're just like, oh my God.
Dude, I lost my shit. It was so good.
Yeah, this whole chapter, I would not have had a Franky fight any other way. It was so good.
There's no way around it. Okay, the Toby Roppo fights so far have been just legitimately set up. Just complete setup. But this flash of, a fight and an ending was so satisfying in a very specific way. And it's the kind of thing where myself as a manga-only reader, I feel like it came and went too fast. But I also recognize that I should be indulging in the anime a lot more than I do now, because apparently the anime is taking its sweet time in lots of good ways.
It's so good. This latest episode that happened, where they finally, it's when they start the raid on Onigashima.
Yeah.
Oh baby, it's so good. Queen's parties presented as a music video, and it's so good. And then they introduce the Toby Roppo, and God, Ulti is so good already.
I wonder. I need to like watch clips or something, cause I need to hear like the voice acting choices for the Toby Ropo.
Oh yeah, I thought they were pretty good. I don't know who the voice actors or the seiyuu are, but I thought that they sounded like I thought they would sound, if that makes any sense.
It really does, cause like
It sounded like the voice
you
my
can
brain
imagine it.
attributed to them as I read.
Like that's part of like Oda's like very unique like design philosophy, I guess.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, like he's a really good artist when it comes to the concept of like having distinct silhouettes.
Yeah.
And I think that also like attributes itself to like a distinct personality, having a distinct voice in your head. Oda's just good, dude.
He's just built different.
He really is.
Can we talk real quick about this color spread that we get? Because we
Dude.
get one of the best character design choices I've ever seen.
So it's this color spread was oops all Jimbei.
Yeah, all whale sharks. Jinbei just carrying Luffy, Usopp, and Brook. They're all swimming, having a good time. Sanji has a watermelon pizza or something.
Right. It's like some kind of thing that like I feel like this is a uniquely American thing, but it's like some like white mom who never actually learned how to cook kind of shit. And then is like, why do my kids hate me? Why do my kids hate my cooking? Kind of thing.
Now, if Sanji came up with the watermelon with a little chili and limon on that, so now hold on.
That
now,
makes
now
sense.
we're talking. Now we're
Yeah.
talking.
That's
Who's to say
tried and
those aren't-
true.
Yeah, who's to say those aren't slices of chili? He's doing a little rendition.
Hey, you never know. You know, fucking One Piece has fucked up flora and fauna.
That's not the plot of. We got a new chapter of Shokugeki no Sanji. And,
Oh yeah.
it's
Oh,
real
it was
good.
good too.
Yeah,
Dude,
but no, what I want
everyone,
to talk
like-
about. Oh, go ahead.
real quick, the cope is real. Everyone's just like, I miss Vivi.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just like real
The entire-
copium hours.
When you see Vivi on the Shokugeki no Sanji, she's like, I miss Vivi. God, I hope she's doing okay. Yeah, if it's one of those things where you're like, man, I miss Vivi, and then you remember the last time we saw her and the danger she was in. You're like, oh, I hope she's good. But no, the two things I would like to talk about is one, Robin's just like fashion in general, the hat, white top, floral
Dude, that
design
Louis
underneath.
Vuitton,
The Louis Vuitton bikini, that's chef's kiss. God,
so
why is
good.
Robin the best? Nami too. I love Nami's outfit. Chopper is just he's just chilling. But what I want to talk about is Franky, because I love his shirt. You know, he's Franky. He's whatever. He's got a tight ass shirt. He's big and buff. Can we look at his pompadour real quick?
Dude, I meant it. It's oops all Jimbei.
His pompadour, his hair is shaped like a whale shark, and it's so good. It even has the little googly eyes. Somebody added googly eyes to his pompadour to make it a whale shark.
He probably did.
This is fantastic.
Unprecedented. Thank you, Oda. You know, we truly don't understand what we need to see,
Yeah.
but Oda does.
Oh,
Dude, Oda's really good. Just a grade A mangaka.
masterclass of hype and goof. He's
Yes.
the Venn diagram of hype moments and goof moments.
He learned from Toriyama very well.
Yeah. Speaking of which, we start right off the bat with the performance floor, and Queen is like shooting a laser at Sanji, and Sanji's response is like, the tech to fire lasers again and again. I bet Franky would love to get his hands on that. It's like, dog.
But also sick foreshadowing.
Yeah. Oh, God. I never even thought about it, really. Like, if you sit down and think about it, like, this line and then, like, Sanji talking about, like, all the foreshadowing with Vegapunk and Queen, like, all being and Judge all being part of, like, this science group.
Yeah.
And then, like, when he got the raid suit, he was like, oh, like, I should have Usopp and Franky make some modifications to it. Like, what if we meet... When we meet Vegapunk at the end of this arc, we might get like the civilization, the Civ 6 like tech update. Like our civilization goes from like hunter gatherers to, as soon as we get the wheel, just we're off to the races.
That second party tech boost.
Yeah.
See, that's democracy right there.
That's democracy. But immediately after like this hype, like, oh yeah, we're getting, Sanji fighting Queen, we get, hey, you're going pretty deep. Oh, I'm sorry, it's just these bandages are so thick. And he's like, take them off before you inject me. Ah, good point. Well, here goes.
Dude, is Zoro afraid of needles? Like, are needles his kryptonite? Is this like...
Is this new
canon
lore
character work? Yeah. Is this new lore? Do you feel that?
I
feel
no
this,
idea.
Mr. Krabs?
You know what? Probably. I feel like it is a... and then King Batch pulls out a comically large spoon. I feel like it's just a comically large needle that is being shoved into, like that's what I feel is going on.
Dude, that's what's needed. That's... Zoro needed to be taken down a peg.
Oh, God. Jesus. But we then switch to the Polar Tang, which I always forget, like, because I'm so used to just being like, oh, the yellow submarine.
Right.
That its name is the Polar Tang. But Law's submarine. We go there, and remember, they've just picked up Luffy, and they're like, oh, come back to a Straw Hat? Damn it, if only the captain were here. And they're like, I don't know what more to do for him. Like, he's already spit up all the water. And they're just trying to revive him. They're like, what does he need? And then he just screams, meat.
Dude, Luffy is... He knows what he knows who he is. He knows what he needs. There's no messing about with that boy. Like, it also kind of like harkens back to, I believe it was Dressrosa specifically, where he, or was it, I'm conflicted. It might have been the spooky one, Arlong Park. No, the other park, Thriller Bark. Because, like, Brooke was like, what the, like, it was like, someone was like, what the fuck's up with your teeth? Like, whatever. And then he just drinks some milk and he's good.
Oh,
and he
that
just
was...
eats meat and he's good.
Well, I know that also happened in Whole Cake Island. Like, when Sanji picked him, his tooth was missing. And then Brooke, when he fought Big Mom, got a crack. And then they both drink milk at
That's right.
At Capone's, like, they go to Capone's fridge inside of his body and they drink milk and they're like, it's perfect.
What? They drink Capone's chest milk. Anyways,
yeah.
We go from there straight to the Skull Dome in Onigashima, the Right Brain Tower, which is where Franky is fighting Sasaki. And we get, like, some of the headliners. This guy's got 4 arms and something Ben 10. He's got, like, those, like, serrated, kind of like a bread knife.
It is just swords. 4 arms from Ben 10.
4 arms with Ben 10 plus sword. Yeah. And so everyone's still on the, like, oh, why are the headliners doing this? But, like, everyone's just, like, on the Straw Hat side, this guy straight up just says, "Leave these guys to us. You take out Sasaki, Iron Bro."
Yes.
And like the piece de resistance is fucking Sasaki just like, "I understand you are under the effect of an enemy devil fruit. This is still treason."
Yeah. Jesus. I love Franky, like, oh, you guys are his underlings, right? But
Franky,
God.
nah,
Yeah,
he loves that
Franky's
shit.
the
The
best.
power inversion.
Oh no, Franky, I love. It's like standing right in front of Sasaki, and is like, I swear I've dealt the finishing blow a couple times already.
Dude, this whole exchange is so fucking funny.
And he's like, Sasaki's like, I'd say the same to you. Your resilience is proving to be obnoxious. Get out of my way. And he goes into his hybrid form. And he's like, apparently all of our followers on the performance floor turned code on us too. I'll slaughter anyone who dares stand in my path. Now move. And we see that he, like, God, all the way back at like the start of Wano, because I think it was Hold'em? The lion guy, he had a sword, I think that was like a trick mechanism sword.
Did he?
And yeah, his was like extendo or something like that. But Sasaki has a trick mechanism sword that's like a drill. Like his sword is just a drill bit that can spin.
It was so cool, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
has subtle foreshadowing for the very next page, but
that ain't all.
yeah, that's not the only
ain't
thing
all.
that spins. But he's like, that freaky sword again? Oh, well, I'm not stepping back. I don't know what happened that caused our enemies to switch sides, but they don't seem to mean any harm. They're my pals now.
And like, you know, Franky's saying this whole spiel, and like, yeah, everyone's like, "Oh yeah, we'll help you out, you know, whatever." And Sasaki kind of just like tilts his head up, and at first it seems like he's tilting his head up in laughter, and he's like, "Oh, what a laugh. Well, the fewer people in my way, the better. I suppose no one in the area is on my side anymore." And as he's saying that, his Triceratops crest starts fucking spinning.
Question mark?
And like,
I think Franky's line speaks for everybody when we read this. Like,
because it's the imagery of all of this complete spinny boy just has Franky like, is that how dinosaurs work? But Sasaki just has his head up, the thing's spinning, his body's kind of just limp, and he has his sword spinning as well. Like, what the fuck is this?
it is so wild. And he just like, I imagine slowly floats towards them like, worry about yourselves first, idiots.
Dude, what a freak of nature. And he's not even a fucking smile fruit user.
Yeah, he's just an actual, like, for real, natural freak of nature.
Like, dude, Oda has his gags real good. I don't know if he like plans this shit out, how far in advance he plans this shit out actually. But this one, 10 out of 10. Give my respect to the chef.
Cause this is literally like dinosaurs through a childlike view. Cause it's like, all right, when you're kids, you like dinosaurs, right? Everyone likes dinosaurs.
Everyone.
But like Oda saw Triceratops and was like, dude, helicopter. And then
that's genius.
He saw a fucking brachiosaur and was like, dude, like cyborg extendo limbs.
And he saw a pterodactyl and he was like, dude, gimp suit.
Yeah. Dude, gimp suit.
Like, sure, Oda, go off? Question mark.
I guess, King. But oh Jesus, no. But we get the namesake of the chapter, Heliceratops, and he just like grinds through all of the beast pirates, and it goes pretty fast from here on, but Franky stops it with his sword, and it's like, what? Franky stops him with his like General Franky blade, and like deflects the attack, and Sasaki ends up like destroying the building next to him. And he's like, what kind of mobility is that? I wasn't expecting an air battle. This is the next line. This is what a Triceratops does.
Which is a lie. Complete fucking lie.
I am no, accredited paleontologist, but I think very strongly that this is a lie.
I would go as far as saying that I don't think Oda is an accredited paleontologist either. Because this shit is fucking dumb, but like in the best way possible.
Yeah. God, this next part, I think this was my favorite bit of the whole chapter.
Dude, it's so absolute genius. Because he lands, he just completely fucking lies and says this is what Triceratops do. And then he starts, like, he lands and he, like, crouches down with his crest, like, completely forward at Franky. And Franky's just like, oh, he's gonna charge at me that speed. And Franky puts up his arms, like, do your worst, General Shield. Franky's fucking ready. And Sasaki just dashes back. He Korean back dashes. And he's just like,
And Franky, he just rotated the propeller the wrong way and went into reverse on accident, didn't he? Like the thought bubbles of Franky.
But like Sasaki tries to save fucking face. Runway like, space acquired.
And he's like blushing. And Franky's like, you liar.
I cannot wait till this gets animated, dude.
Oh god, I can hear like the music for the fight playing, and then that happens, just silence and just
full fucking stop. And just like, man, shut up.
But Sasaki's like, oh, the more room I have to speed up, the greater the force. Bullet Triceratops. The names of his moves are fucking wild.
Dude, like, I mean, again, the namesake of the chapter, Heliceratops, like...
Yeah.
He didn't spend any time thinking about these. None at all.
None at all. But he like charges directly at Franky, and his like beak, I guess, is like tearing at Franky's shoulder.
Beak is the best way to describe that. I would agree.
Yeah, because I don't know what the again, I'm no paleontologist. I don't know what the official nomenclature of dinosaur parts is.
But, yeah, you can't just call it a beak, dude. That's pretty...
It's pretty messed up, bro.
Oh, God. Dude.
We in the paleontologist community have retired beaks since, like, 1992, you asshole.
The thing is, like, the paleontologist community, not now, back then, was very problematic.
Oh, yeah.
So are we far off from the true discourse? I don't know. Truth is stranger than fiction.
That's my hero, Orlando Brown said. Disgusting is reality.
I forget that quote
I've tried so hard to find that clip, and I just can't find it.
I distinctly remember it.
He was on like Instagram Live, and he was explaining to some girl how he was gonna like eat the booty, and then she goes, "That's disgusting," and he dead ass like. He get like the tone in his voice is like, well, disgusting is reality. Like, well, that's how the world works. Like, what do you mean?
Dude, it's so good, funny. It reminds me of that other quote, the quote that Adam loves from the Ricky Gervais podcast animated clips.
Oh my god, I forget. I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But now we have successfully alienated our audience because who the fuck would remember this shit other than us?
Other than us.
Bollocks to that. That's what it was.
Bollocks to that. Oh, God. But, no. Let's get back to it. The as we were saying, I think the word beak set us off.
It's just one of those words. You can't say words. Beak.
I was gonna bring up the "It's Always Sunny" beak thing, but no. Franky's like, he's gonna set off my shoulder-loaded rockets, and sure enough, Sasaki does. The rockets go off, and the rockets are able to give Franky enough room to hit this man with a general suplex. He's able to reposition and suplex him.
Dude, like, talk about quick thinking, too.
Yeah. And he's like, you might be tough all over, but that wound on your stomach's bleeding pretty bad. And he goes for another attack, but Sasaki, like, jumps in the air, flies away. His head, at this point, just a propeller. And Franky's like, come on, I'm not actually that good at sword fighting.
Dude, so much of this is good. One thing I want to bring up as far as like attention to detail is like how like Oda thought about mechanically how Sasaki would be up there like helicoptering. Because like you, John, and listeners at home, please picture in your brain a helicopter. For a helicopter, you've got the top propeller, but there's one more, right? There's the tail propeller. Sasaki is using his sword as like the balance like tail propeller. Because if a helicopter doesn't have that, a helicopter will spin out of control.
I didn't even think about that.
Dude, like...
I'm so mad, but I love it.
Oda has thought this through. Oda has like I'm talking like shower thought level, sat on the toilet for an hour too long kind of level of thought this shit through.
Dinosaurs can fly, but they need a second propeller.
Dude, it's unfortunately all for naught, because once Sasaki lands, that he fucking Giga Drill breakers Franky's sword in half.
Oh, God. Franky, like, running for his life is like, oh, my sword snapped. In that case, time for my ultimate last resort. And he's like, oh, he really pushed me a long way. The performance floor is just ahead. Can't let him get in there. And he uses... Sasaki charges at him with the like you said, the Giga Drill breaker. And he uses... Gown Cannon portable version, the cannon from the Sunny, and he hits him with the general cannon. Sasaki's knocked into the air, and Sasaki like starts falling back at him and is like, show a bit more respect to this very symbol of fear, the Toby Ropo of the Animal Kingdom pirates. And he's like, if I have to take both of us out, so be it. Magnum Ceratops. And he
lame name.
Yeah. Compared to the bullet Ceratops, kind of lame. But I loved it. He lands on General Franky, and you can see the door crack open. Actual Franky eject buttons out of General Franky, and it hits him straight through the fucking chest with a radical beam. Dude, seemingly defeating him.
It was like so crazy because like it took me like a couple of reads to like actually get the beat on like what was going on, but like looking at it carefully, like I don't know, man, I'm dyslexic. I take time sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But actually taking the time to like look through it and like read through it proper, it was like planned out so well. Like you see him eject. It's like very minute detail. See him eject, and then He lands away. Sasaki looks at him like, oh shit. And then just fucking gets him in the gut, dude. I don't know. Like you said, I don't know if this is it for him, but I hope that if it is it for him, it will be somewhat longer in the anime. And I have no doubt that it would be.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure if it's the end for him. It could be, and I'd be like okay with it. But you're right. I would like to see a little more.
There's
if
other
it was
Toby
the end of it
Roppo
in the anime.
There's other Toby Roppo to get to, so
yeah. Something, I don't know, something tells me that it might not be over, but you never know. I am excited that getting to see Jinbei's entire fight with Who's Who, getting to see, I mean, that we got a whole bunch of lore, but like getting to see this whole fight, I'm very excited because I would like to see Robin and Brooke taking on Black Maria, because I want to see Robin destroy her.
If we don't actually get to see that, I will be I won't even be disappointed. I'll just be like legitimately angry. I hope it doesn't get off-screened.
Oh god, that'd be the worst.
Like, you remember how in Stampede, Rob Lucci versus Sabo was off-screened?
Yeah. Both times, because it was Rob Lucci and Sabo off-screen, and then Rob Lucci and Sanji was off-screen. And I was like, bruh.
Was it? Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, because Rob Lucci comes to attack again, and then Sanji deadass stops him with 1 foot and is like, yo, like, I'll take him. You guys go. And I'm like, yo, like, Sanji's about to take on Rob Lucci solo and beat his ass? And then we never see the rest of that fight.
Dude, Rob Lucci just shows up for, like, the furries and the people, like, into Tony the Tiger. Yeah. That's just straight up it.
Yeah. Rob Lucci is, he's something.
Something
problematic
is
fave. The actual definition of problematic fave.
You're not wrong.
Hey, is your fave like a hyper-nationalist government agent bent on doing whatever it takes to secure the rights of those atop at his country, the billionaires at the top? Then do I got the hottie for you.
Do you also like men built exactly like Tony the fucking Tiger?
Yeah.
Do you like your, like, no, he's just straight up a hunk. Like, no other, like, in his human form, twunk. Hybrid form, hunk. Guaranteed. There's no discussing it.
Hey, kids, have you ever wished that Tony the Tiger would wrap his tail around your torso and then roke yoga on your fucking chest out?
Oh, we know some people on our Discord are definitely like that. No judgment, though.
No judgment, but this section of the podcast is going to hit them a little different.
Yeah, honestly, continuing on to the next, too, because
This is a call-out.
Dude, call-out time for sure, because we're going on to the rooftop skull dome. I recognize your value as a soldier, Yamato. Wododododo. Is Yamato goes back. Is that what father is supposed to say? And it's just this whole back and forth. I worked hard to acquire that devil fruit. I never intended for you to eat it. Parallel? I was hungry. I didn't know what that would happen either. I wanted to sail out to sea, but I couldn't swim anymore. Parallel for fucking sure, if you ask me.
Yeah.
That's some big Luffy energy right there.
Yeah. Luffy and also for Momonosuke too.
And technically Buggy.
Yeah, technically Buggy. Oh god, they're all the same. They're all the same person. I tried to kill you more times than I can count, and the more times than I can count you beat me down, but it made me stronger. Those cuffs weren't the only thing keeping me here on this island. And as they're fighting, we don't see Yamato's full body.
Just
and then we see his
face
mouth.
A bit?
Yeah, we see his mouth and we see the teeth and like the nose.
Yeah,
and then we get the final panels. If I don't fight for the sake of this country, then I can't call myself Odin. And like, yo, what the fuck?
Dude, everyone's kind of just like, what the fuck is going on? But the furries are eating well tonight.
Yeah. So like, I honestly have no idea what it is. The nose and the like eyebrows make me think like Kieran maybe.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
But also the hair is like fiery.
Right. That's also like unusual.
But if you look at that top panel on the final page, the top left panel, because I guess is it a double page spread? I can't tell. But the top panel on the final page, he has the little smoke thing like Luffy's Gear 4th.
Right.
You can see it going like the little like the ribbony sort of smoke that goes like over his like under his arms and then like around his back to the other side.
Yeah.
He has that, and then we can see part of a tail? Question mark.
Kind of.
And the backwards knees.
It's, yeah, tail is the best way to describe it. Backwards knee is definitely what that is. The fire coming out and about, like, I think it's a good way to, I wouldn't say that it's, I don't know, like, it's just an indicator of, like, the divine property of whatever devil fruit this is, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely some kind of mythical fruit, because Kaido even said, like, I worked hard to get that devil fruit, like.
Yeah, and Kaido really, really wants, like, a shit ton of legendary fruit users.
Yeah. The thing for me is, like, he was like, oh, I worked hard for that fruit. I never intended for you to eat it. And it's like, well, who was it meant for? Because, like...
That is interesting, yeah.
Because, like, you know, his... the Calamities have ancient zones.
Mm-hmm.
And then, well, I guess all the Tobiropo also have ancient zones, too. Now that I think about it.
True.
But, yeah, because they're all... Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I thought there was like more of a divide, but I guess they both have ancient because Queen has the Brachiosaur.
Yeah.
Like they're all dinosaurs, but then all the Tobiropo have like the ancient spider.
Right. Not just like dinosaurs.
Drake is just an Allosaurus, like Triceratops, Mastodon, Pteranodon, Power Rangers.
You got Who's Who being a cat. The super ancient cat. You know what I mean.
Yeah. But it's interesting, like, nobody but him on his crew has a mythical zone that I can think of. So it's like, who the hell would that have been meant for?
Yeah, like, would it have been like a prize for everyone to win or something? I can picture that being the case. But I don't know, man. I don't know who that'd be for. I will present to you, though, competing theory as to what Yamada's devil fruit is. Because if you can see, like, he's got like all the fire and this and that, so that's kind of just a clue as to like his divinity.
Yeah.
But if you kind of just like on top of that, considering his divinity and other factors like the snout, the way the paws are, he kind of looks like foxish, right?
Yeah.
Now, I wouldn't say he's like just a fox. That's definitely not the case. But what I would be willing to say is he is along the lines of like a Komainu, like Komachio, those dog things at the front of the shrines in Japan.
Yeah, they're literally like guardian deity, like lions, aren't they?
Exactly. Yeah, they're without getting too into it, they have respective aspects of like and like aggression and passiveness. So they guard all the shrines. They're they're a variation kind of on one of the Buddhas, the Buddha of not violence. I haven't researched too well to like have my words in order, but it's along those lines. And so usually Koma Inu are like lion dogs is how they're always described. But in this case, you know, you look at him, he looks very specifically fox-like. The Fushimi Inari Shrine, the one with the 1,000 torii gates in Kyoto. That one is famous for having the 1,000 shitholes, and that's rude of me. Whatever. It is also known for, instead of having Koma Inu, they have like fox statues in place of that.
Oh yeah, that's the Star Fox one. Okay, yes, I know what you're talking about now.
The Star Fox one. It's like this whole story of like fucking Sakurai first inventing Star Fox because he was a kid who always went to fucking Fushimi Inari, some shit like that.
Yeah, Miyamoto was like, dude, this is sick. What if like there was a fox?
Oh, it was Miyamoto.
But, like,
whoops.
His legs got cut off and replaced with robot legs so the blood wouldn't rush to his legs when he's hitting max G-force. Like, no, he was like, what if there was like what if there's like a game where spaceships could go through the little gates? And then he was like, oh yeah, the idea came from that shrine. That shrine had foxes. Just make the main character a fox. I'm sure the G-force thing came afterwards in some weird like fever dream or some kind of NyQuil induced.
It's the kind of thing that would happen in the NyQuil induced like fever dream, like the exact kind of thing that would happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I don't think necessarily that like that's 100% the case, but talking with Adri when we were reading the chapter earlier, it just seemed not the most probable, but somewhat probable. Probable enough to bring up.
Yeah, because like even somebody on our Discord pointed out, I don't know, let me look to see.
Oh, I read the chapter late. I didn't even check our Discord. Fuck.
Zeta Phantom, they were like pointing out the similarities between Yamato's form and the like Kirin thing or the deer thing that like Hawkins was, because like a lot of the animals in Wano, like the Komachio, there was like the deer that Hawkins was riding on. There was another animal, like they have this weird like fiery effect to them.
The fox that was the
you
know, the guy Benkei.
Yeah.
Could still be a fox. I don't know.
Yeah, but they were pointing out the similarities between that, and it's like, yeah, like I don't know what it could be, because the ears is what's getting me, because the ears are going like straight out.
Yeah,
and like I'm not going by the horns, because like Yamato has the horns in his like human form, so I'm like, okay, well, what the heck?
Yeah, looking at the horns led us to Come Gate, so I agree.
Yeah.
Like, it's a very probable red herring.
Yeah, the horns are there to solve Come Gate, so that's whatever. But everything else, like the ears, but then like the fiery hair, like you said, and like I have no idea. At first I thought maybe the Kirin, but that was mostly because of like the ears and the horns. But it's like, well, the horns are normal, so
right, exactly. But
I don't know. We'll see. I could see
his
the
horns
side
haven't
profile.
Changed.
Yeah, they haven't changed. The side profile of his face, that nose is that snout is like very, I could see it being like fox-like.
Yeah, it's not like long or anything like a fox's is, but it's kind of like foxy in a cartoon way, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's Foxy, the lurking legend.
Oh my. So, I mean, unless you've got some other fucking animal to pull out of the fucking zoo, I think that'll be it for us this week. You can find us next week where we find a way to rekindle The Cumgate discussion.
We're always finding ways to recontextualize.
Cumgate must be real.
Yeah, it has to be real. I want to believe that, like, Oda publicly would never, like, he would never answer a straight up, like, yo, is Cumgate real? If we explained Cumgate to him and then asked him if it was real, he'd be like, no. But
his editors would be like, gunpoint, tell them no.
If we if we hide Cumgate within comically large box inside of comically smaller boxes, if we pull one of those, if we hide Cumgate behind enough boxes,
we gotta prime Oda for it.
Yeah, then maybe we can get the proper answer.
That'll
and
do
I
it
think
for
it's
us.
like already been solved, but
it has. But we're like, whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa, we're living on a prayer.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it.
You can find us every Monday we upload first to our library we're parameciafancast.libsyn.com. Go straight there, or you can find us on every single podcatcher. All of them. Hopefully. If it's not on your podcatcher of choice, podcatcher of choice, do not go to your local podcaster. We are not on them. I want to clarify that very quickly.
Yeah.
Podcatchers. If we're not on your podcatcher, let us know. We can probably fix that for you. In the meantime, we've got our Discord, the links to which are on all our social media. For a hot second, I was like, should I read the link out loud?
Discord.gg/XQZ link.
Yeah, thank goodness I decided against that. No, instead, what you could do is you could go to our Twitter at ParameciaCast or Paramecia Fancast literally everywhere else, and you can find the permanent link to our Discord right there.
Yeah. That's pretty much it. I got nothing. Yeah, I don't even. I'm about to go get high on NyQuil, so unless you got anything, I got.
Yamato's devil fruit is just Bugs Bunny.